The Brawl Stars dev team hates throwers. The entire meta is designed against the playstyle of these brawlers. And despite this, these brawlers continue to receive nerfs for seemingly no reason. So why does Supercell hate throwers? More accurately, why do they hate the artillery class? It's the smallest class in the entire game with only 7 brawlers, 8 if you include Willow, or 9 if you include Berry. But does Sirius count as a thrower? Should Kit technically count as a thrower? For the purpose of this video, we're going to focus on these 9 brawlers, as their main attacks are true to that of throwers. Out of the last 21 brawlers added to the game, only one of them was from the artillery class. This class is ignored by Supercell. This class has no legendaries, and they'll probably never have any ultra legendaries. Why does Supercell hate throwers? Reason number 1. Throwers created teaming. Now this might sound a little strange at first, as when you probably think of teamers, you're thinking, like Edgar's and other low skill brawlers. But the origins of teaming actually stem from the 2 oldest throwers, Dynamite and Barley. Back in the olden day, when the game was vertical and you actually had to aim, throwers would group up in Showdown and work together. Because throwers pose little threat to each other. When you aim your attack, you're going over walls, so you're probably not going to hit the other thrower. But together, throwers could become a severe threat to any other brawler. But as the Showdown meta shifted, the game changed, right? Throwers couldn't keep up, which unintentionally meant they depended on teaming more than ever. Dynamite players were so notorious for spinning, like they literally have a gadget of Dynamite spinning. It was such a common occurrence that Brawl Stars themselves have addressed it multiple times. They've referenced it in official media. So even though Supercell might not ever admit to it, I am certain that they have a grudge against all throwers because they caused the biggest issue in Showdown ever. Reason number 2. Throwers are boring. Let's be honest, throwers are boring to play as, and they're just annoying to play against. Throwers' playstyles are outdated, right, and they're often outshined by new brawlers. And new brawlers are incredibly complex and challenging, right, both to play as and play against. Look at any of the newest brawlers, and they have the most unique mechanics, right? We have a brawler who has 3 different main attacks the longer he holds his attack. We have a brawler who deals damage by moving around, Buzz Lightyear 2. And we have a brawler who can aim their attack while attacking, right? Supercell, they want players to keep playing their game, which means new gameplay needs to be fun, it needs to be unique. And the problem with throwers is they're not really that fun. Their gameplay is simple and straightforward. Oh, I just gotta say, I completely forgot about Ziggy. He's technically a thrower as well. He doesn't, throw his attacks over walls, but his concept is basically the same idea. Ziggy sucks though, so everything I've said still applies. Anyway, throwers' gameplay is boring. The supers for these 3 is just a copy and paste of their regular attack, but bigger, right? Gameplay-wise, that's boring. Most supers are usually, intended to be this build-up to a destructive attack, something exciting, right? And at least some other throwers introduce new mechanics with their super, but these mechanics, they're niche, they're being sidelined, they're no longer competitively viable. Which leads us to reason number 3. Throwers suck in ranked. Brawl Stars has 2 types of players, casual and competitive. And as much as Supercell loves its casual players, the meta caters mostly to the competitive side. That of which is currently a very aggressive meta, right? Tanks and assassins are currently the main focus of the game, which are 2 classes designed to close the gap between brawlers. A playstyle that heavily counters throwers. Now, despite these disadvantages, some throwers are still viable in certain maps and modes, especially if you have the last pick when drafting. Last pick is really the only chance a thrower has at not being hard counted, right? A thrower's potential is really determined by the map and the draft. If a map is wall heavy and the enemies have nobody who can break walls or close a distance, right, then a thrower can take the spotlight, right? They can have their chance to shine. But if the enemies do something as simple as pick an assassin, like if they pick Edgar, then all throwers are immediately rendered useless. So yeah, throwers suck. In fact, I think the artillery class should just be completely abolished, right? Willow and Ziggy, they're already classed as controllers, and Barry is a support. Dynamite, Larry Laurie, Juju, they're basically just damage dealers. Sprout and Tick are very much controllers. Barley and Grom, they're kind of both, right? They're kind of damage dealers, they're kind of controllers. I don't really know. I doubt Supercell will come up with a concept for a new thrower that's complex enough for it to be legendary or even ultra legendary. Right? They kind of peaked with Juju's elemental concept, yet she's a mythic. So that's it, right? I don't think there's really much hope for throwers in the future. But yeah, that's all I got for today. I would like to talk about other classes and, you know, how much Brawl Stars loves assassins. Even though, right, and I feel like it's a common misconception, there are more controllers and damage dealers than there are assassins. But anyway, thank you for watching. You know, do all the basic like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, thanks.